5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Thunderbirds are go.
Attention. Solar Control Center to all personnel. 19 minutes to liftoff. Clear launch area. Repeat. Clear launch area.
Well, viewers, excitement is mounting in Blockhouse 42 here at Cape Kennedy as the most daring rocket launching of all time counts down.
Launch site clear in 15 seconds. Start thrust checks at liftoff minus 15 minutes. Thrust checks minus 10 seconds. Sounding amber alert. Thrust checks minus 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ignition. Ignition go. £17 million thrust and increasing. Thrust checks green.
This new launch technique has been made possible, viewers, by the use of a revolutionary new fuel, the manufacturing of which is top secret. Only about 8 minutes to liftoff.
£20 million thrust and steady. Gantry retraction green.
Rocket fuel from water. It hardly seems possible, Borinder.
If anyone could hear you, and I'm glad they can't, they would think that you had nothing to do with this new process.
My dear Professor, you would have succeeded without me.
Sir Jeremy, I had been working on this project for 10 years without success before you joined me. Remember?
One minute, 10 seconds to liftoff. $60 seconds to liftoff. Stand by to release fuel injectors.
Only a few moments remain, viewers, before we see the liftoff of Sun Probe, so named because its enormous power would enable it to fly into the sun on full power. History is indeed in the making here at Cape Kennedy.
Good luck, old man.
This is it, Sir Jeremy. This is it.
Stand by, solar module. 13 seconds. Commencing final countdown. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Full power. Liftoff. Liftoff, A-OK. She looks good? She looks good, all right. It was known all along that the risk of failure on this project was at liftoff. But the liftoff was pretty. Very pretty indeed. This success could not be better timed. Coming as it does 2 days before the all-important international conference at Paris.
Paris is now 20 kilometers away, milady. Where do you desire to go when we get there?
The Café Athlon, Parker. I'm meeting Sir Jeremy Hodge there at midnight. He seems to be in some kind of trouble.
Sir Jeremy Hodge? Isn't he the scientific gentleman who helped to form our organization?
Yes, Parker. He helped Brains to get certain components of the Thunderbird machines manufactured secretly in Europe.
So he's one of us then, milady?
Yes, Parker. He's one of us. Ah, Paris in the spring. What could be more romantic?
But I must say, dear lady, it's dashed decent of you to come all this way to see an old friend.
I always obey the call of friendship, Sir Jeremy.
Well, let's drink to that. Now, what would you like?
In Paris, I always drink Perils.
Very well. A Pernod for Madame and a whiskey and soda for me.
Yes, monsieur.
But come now, you didn't bring me all this way for nothing. Why the air of mystery? Why this midnight rendezvous?
Is it safe to talk? Did anyone see you come here?
No one. Apart from Parker, nobody knows I'm in Paris.
Good. What I'm going to disclose is for your ears only. You know of my old friend, Professor Borender?
You mean your colleague at International Research Laboratories?
2 nights ago, after the international conference here in Paris, I saw him off by train to Thunderbirds. When the train reached its destination, he simply was not on it.
Careful. Ah, well. Down the hatch.
Jink!
Beg pardon, milady, but the drink was drugged.
Oh, I am so sorry, madam. I had no idea. The gentleman asked me for a light, and he must have put something in your glass when my eyes were blinded by the flame.
Oh, dear, how tiresome. It looks such a pretty Pernod, too. Any sign of him?
Not a dashed thing, Penelope.
I'm afraid he gave us the slip, milady.
It looks as if he's left something behind. I don't think I recognize the crest. Do you, Sir Jeremy?
Afraid not, old girl. But we could pop along to the Heraldic Archives and look it up.
Yes, we can go in the morning. Sir Jeremy, perhaps now you would be so good as to escort me back to my hotel. You'd better tell me what this is all about. First of all, you are certain that Professor Borender traveled on that train?
Absolutely. I saw him off at the station myself, but the attendant on the train swears that I'm mistaken and that no one of that name traveled.
Can you think of any reason why the professor should disappear like this?
One excellent reason. For the past year, he and I have been engaged on experiments with seawater. But Professor Borrender and I have just perfected a method of converting seawater into fuel. But to convert water into fuel is a very delicate process and can be performed only with the facilities that the professor and I have devised. In the wrong hands, this process could contaminate the oceans of the world.
And the consequences to mankind could be pretty terrifying. Now I understand your precautions.
I don't think you do. Not completely. You remember the launch last week of the new Sun probe rocket?
Don't tell me that rocket was launched on your new fuel.
It was indeed. So apart from the dangers I've mentioned, it's possible that the discovery could upset the balance of power and start a world war.
International Rescue owes you a great debt, Sir Jeremy. We are at your service. What would you like us to do?
You must help me find the professor, dear lady.
Of course, and we've got to work fast. We're up against men who will stop at nothing. I shall require information about Professor Borrender and the recent conference at Paris. Sir Jeremy and I are taking the night train to Ahmedabad tomorrow.
Think you'll need any help?
Not till we get to Ahmedabad. We just want to make a few investigations on the train. We'll be playing it pretty cool.
I bet you will.
Okay, Penny. I'll send Virgil with Thunderbird 2 and the equipment I think you might need. He'll meet you at Ahmedabad.
Very well then, Jeff. Over and out. Come in.
Will you be wanting anything else tonight, milady?
Have you made the reservations on the night train to Ahmedabad?
Yes, milady. I have secured adjoining Pullman compartments for yourself and Sir Jeremy.
Excellent.
Good night, then, milady.
Oh, Parker.
Yes, milady?
That was good shooting tonight, Parker. Thank you.
Good night, milady.
Well, Tintin, another rescue operation is underway.
I'm sure the boys are sorry they're not joining Penelope in Paris. And I can't blame them.
Oh, there'll be time enough for sightseeing later. Right now, they're needed at Ahmedabad to make investigations at that end.
Here we go again.
Yep. Good luck then, boys. Keep in touch at all times.
Yes, a most interesting heraldic device. Yes, I think you've come to the right place. If you go down to our lower vaults, you'll find what you're looking for.
Capital. And where might they be?
Down these steps, monsieur.
Where do we start, then?
Let's try over there. I say, it looks as if someone's been here recently.
Found something?
This one's had the cobwebs wiped off lately.
By Jove, Penelope. I wonder if we're onto something.
Look, these crests are remarkably similar.
Right. Turn the page, and we should find what we're looking for.
It looks, Sir Jeremy, as if someone was expecting us.
Not very friendly, what?
Hush. Listen.
By Jove. It's gas.
And not a window in the place. A very clever way of disposing of us.
Well, we'll soon see about that. Here, you out there. Are you listening? Open this door. Do you hear? Open this door at once. I thought that librarian was a phony.
Of course. He must be the stranger at the cafe who tried to poison me. He must have remembered leaving the matchbook behind.
By Jove, the gas is simply pouring into the room.
Never mind, Sir Jeremy. Parker will have us out of here in no time.
I say, open this door at once. We're British.
Come in, Parker. Come in, Parker. Can you hear me?
Loud and clear.
Keep a lookout for a stranger leaving the building. Probably wearing a green jacket.
Yes, milady. He's just leaving the building. Going in pursuit now.
No, Parker. I think you better come and get us out of this dungeon first.
It's no use. We're well and truly trapped. Just in time. Are you all right, Penelope?
Yes, perfectly. I knew Parker wouldn't let us down.
Sorry to keep you waiting, milady.
The next step is to get to Thunderbirds. Come, Sir Jeremy. You and I have a train to catch.
I have told you before, and I am telling you again, monsieur. I had no Professor Brenda on this train.
Well, I'm telling you, young fellow, that you had, because I saw him off at the station.
Come now. Perhaps you were mistaken.
No, not mistaken. Excuse me, please. I must go.
Perhaps, after all, I'm the one who's mistaken. Perhaps I imagined the whole thing.
Nonsense. That attendant is clearly hiding something. Well, come now, Sir Jeremy. It's cocktail time. No one's going to deprive me of my Pernod this time.
I told him nothing, Dr. Godber. Nothing.
How do I know you're telling the truth?
You must believe me.
Those interfering fools will be sorry they ever set foot on this train. 'Twas Twice in Paris they outwitted me. But I am setting a trap that not even the lovely Lady Penelope can escape from.
Okay, Father, will do.
And when you get to Thunderbirds, make a landing on hill GF/0. From there, you ought to get a good view of Penelope's train as it emerges from the Thunderbirds tunnel. Say, that's some length of tunnel.
Yeah, must be pretty lonely inside that mountain.
Any more news from Penelope?
No. I expect she's just sitting back enjoying the trip.
When I get back to my compartment, I'm going to have another word with that attendant.
Very well, Sir Jeremy. But now, let's forget the whole thing for a moment and drink our coffee. I say. What's this? Beware, you are dealing with desperate men. Parker, how are you progressing?
Oh, very well, milady. I'm keeping well up the schedule. In fact, I saw your train from the summit of the highway 10 minutes ago.
We've interviewed Professor Borender's attendant, but he's too frightened to tell us anything. Anyway, he's disappeared since dinner. Well, I shall be retiring for the night now, Parker.
Very good, milady. I trust you have everything you require.
Well, I must admit, I miss my usual cup of cocoa.
I did anticipate that, milady. So I slipped an hot flask of your favorite brand in the foot of your hat box.
Thank you, Parker. Good night, then.
Good night, milady.
I must warn them. I must stop the train. Got to stop the train.
Coming in to make vertical landing, Father.
Welcome home, son. Sorry not to have a big reception party to meet you after your leave. We've got a major rescue operation in hand.
Okay, Father, I understand. I hope I'll be able to help, too.
So you see, Scott, the forces of international rescue are converging on the city of Thunderbirds from 3 directions. Virgil is going to land on this elevation here, and will rendezvous with Parker, who's coming down the highway Q44 from this direction. Then Penelope's train will come into Thunderbirds Junction through the Thunderbirds Tunnel here.
When does Virgil reckon he'll get there?
Well, I'm expecting him to radio in at any moment to tell me just that.
It all looks pretty well organized to me. But I'm sure sorry this had to happen while I was away on vacation.
Don't worry, son. Gordon needed a change from underwater rescues anyway. Go ahead, Virgil. How's it going?
All according to plan, Father. We should be arriving at Thunderbirds 1 hour after dawn, taking up position on hill GF0. Parker tells me that Penelope is settled down for the night, and he's now proceeding to Thunderbirds ahead of the train. He expects to arrive soon after we do, and will later pick up Penelope at the station.
Good. Well, I don't think much else can happen before that train gets into Thunderbirds.
Been listening at my door. Come along quietly so as not to waken the other passengers.
Good evening, madame. Can I help you?
Well, we are looking for our attendant. We haven't seen him since dinner.
I am your new attendant, madame. I shall be taking care of you for the second half of the journey.
Then what did you want with my suitcase?
I was merely ascertaining which passengers would be getting off at Thunderbirds. Alfred was very careless. He forgot to leave me a passenger list. Well, madame, monsieur, if there are no more questions, I shall bid you a good night.
Now, where have I heard that voice before?
Wait. I think Parker may be able to tell you. Leave your monitor switched to telecall. Sir Jeremy is going to engage this new attendant in conversation. I want you to tell me if this is the man you saw leading the archives in Paris.
Very good, milady.
You rang, monsieur?
Yes, that's right. I'd like to order my breakfast for the morning. I want orange juice, cereal with plenty of sugar, some eggs and bacon, and some strong coffee and cream. Is that quite clear?
Perfectly, monsieur.
Well,
That's him, milady.
Hey, Father was right. We got a great view of the railroad. There's the end of the Thunderbird tunnel.
Yep, that's where Penelope's train will be coming from.
Hey, and look! Here comes Parker.
Nearly at Thunderbird. We should be entering the tunnel soon.
Yep, that's right, Parker. The train shouldn't be long now. You better get down to the station.
something's happening. There must have been a power failure.
You are right, Lady Penelope. There has indeed been a power failure. Now come with me, please. Quickly.
Okay, so when do we get started? Relax, will ya? We can't do anything till Lady Penelope gets here. Parker will bring her as soon as the train gets in.
Maybe that's Parker now.
Lady Penelope's train is going to be late.
What's happened?
There's been a power failure in the Thunderbird tunnel.
Yeah, I don't like the sound of that.
All right, Parker, you better check exactly where that train is and then report back.
Go ahead, Virgil.
Father, Lady Penelope's train is at a breakdown in the middle of the Thunderbird tunnel.
Right, Virgil. Better stand by with the monobrake.
Yes, Father.
But surely Penelope would have radioed in if there had been any trouble.
Tintin, that Thunderbird tunnel goes straight under the Alpine belt. No radio waves can penetrate that far.
Father, the train is now coming to Thunderbird, and Parker has confirmed that Lady Penelope and Sir Jeremy are not on it.
Not on it?
Did he find out where the breakdown took place?
Yes, 17 miles from Thunderbird.
Right. You'd better go find them.
Well, now that you've got us here, what do you intend to do with us?
First of all, Welcome to my little subterranean headquarters. From here, I can control all the traffic in the Thunderbird tunnel. My colleague has only to switch off the current, and the transcontinental rocket is thrown out of action. A useful little trick, but a dangerous one if used too often.
I suppose this is how you kidnapped Professor Borrender, too.
Precisely. When I saw that you suspected me, I was greatly tempted to hurl you both from the train as I disposed of that stupid attendant Alfred. But you will be much more useful to me here.
Professor Borrender, thank heaven you're safe.
Sir Jeremy, how on earth did you find me?
Borrender, who is this blackguard?
Forgive me, Sir Jeremy. I am Dr. Godber. You no doubt have never heard of me, but I know much about you and the fascinating discovery that you have made, along with Professor Borrender.
He was present at the Paris conference last week and knows about our experiments.
The conversion of seawater into fuel. A brilliant achievement, gentlemen, and one which I intend to make use of.
You will never get us to tell you the formula. Never.
With you I have so far failed, Professor. But I think that now I have captured the lovely Lady Penelope, I can make you and Sir Jeremy talk.
How far do we have to go into this tunnel?
17 miles. So let's step on it.
When did they say the express was due?
Oh, relax, will you? We've got the place to ourselves.
I wish I could figure out what's happened to Penelope and Sir Jeremy.
We'll find them. They can't have gone far.
Now, gentlemen, you see that I really mean business. Perhaps you will tell me the details of your conversion formula.
Never. Even if we told you, what good would it do you?
Oh, a great deal of good. It would make me the richest man in the world. All right, Roach, lower the ladder.
Barbaric fiend!
Now, all we have to do is wait for the express to pass. I think it should be entering the tunnel in about 9 minutes.
Hey, there's another one.
Yeah, there seems to be a lot of these ventilation shafts.
Do you think we ought to take a look in these as well?
Now, let's keep going.
Listen, Godber. Even if we told you our conversion formula, it would be useless to you without the equipment we've assembled in Paris.
I shall worry about that later.
Our experiments are still in the early stages. You heard me say this at the conference. One little mistake could pollute the waters of the sea.
And subject the whole of mankind to the most appalling consequences. You're asking us to risk too much, Godber.
Enough! How long now till the express train enters the tunnel?
What do they mean? Pollute the waters of the sea.
Answer my question!
6 minutes, Doctor.
Hello, Father. Still no sign of Virgil and Gordon. Or anyone.
All right, Alan. Be patient.
Tell you what, Father. I'll just get onto my hover bike and mosey up that tunnel.
No, Alan. You're needed where you are. We can't risk any more lives.
Father, just let me fly out there in Thunderbird 1. I could be out there in a couple of hours.
Yes, Scott. But the express will be there in a couple of minutes.
Express train. Approaching tunnel now. Express now in the tunnel.
Look, Look here, Godber, you must stop this train. Cut the power and we'll talk the whole thing over.
Certainly, Sir Jeremy. You have only to tell me your formula, and I shall willingly cut the power.
Cut the engine. Can you hear anything?
Must be the express. It's funny how the echo brings it nearer.
How far have we come?
Over 16 miles. They must be around here somewhere.
I wonder how far away that is.
I wonder how far away that is.
Right. Let's see what's round that bend. Train. Now 4 minutes away.
Soon I shall have to turn out the lights so that no one sees us from the train. They may catch a glimpse of Lady Penelope, of course, but by then it will be too late to stop.
For the last time, Godber, won't you listen to reason? The fuel conversion formula would be useless to you. Cut this poor girl down and we'll explain the whole thing to you in our laboratory in Paris.
2 minutes. Godber, we implore you, spare this young girl.
It's too late. My plan has failed. I shall have to leave Lady Penelope to her fate.
Get down. Roach, stop the train. Stop the train.
We can't stop the train!
Hollander! Get up, Hollander! Get up and come over here with your back to me! Move! Okay. I'll give you 10 seconds to throw your gun down and come out with your hands up. 5 seconds. Throw down your gun, or the professor will be pushed in front of the express. 4. 3. 2.
Here she comes.
Still nothing, Father.
Nothing has come out of that tunnel since the express. 20 minutes ago. Looks like something went wrong.
What can have gone wrong?
Give them 5 more minutes, Alan, then you'd better...
Hold it!
Guess I spoke too soon, Father.
They're all okay. Looks like another rescue operation is successfully completed. A fine thing. My first night in Paris ever. And I get serenaded with gypsy music.
Now that will do, Alan. You just drink up your coke.
I don't get it. As soon as we get back to Paris, all the other fellas push off to the Follies. Why not me?
Because you're too young. Now, cheer up. Parker will be along in a minute to take us to the best nightclub in town.
Oh, great. I love dancing with Parker. He does a very interesting rumba, they tell me.
Ah, here is Parker now.
Darling, you look wonderful.
Hmm? Tintin. How did you get here?
Well, your father thought she deserved a vacation.
Et voilà.
Well, ladies, we'd better get going or we'll miss the floor show. My Penelope, old girl, you haven't touched your piano.
Yes. Well, the last time I had a piano at this bar, I was just raising it to my lips. Well, bang. I was off on another adventure.
We'll drink up and see what happens this time. By Jove.
Hey, Tintin, look at that one.
How beautiful.
By Jove, Penelope, do you see that one? I say.